Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with a follow-up to last week's video on the Hound Rider strategy, which is missing some troops here on my main base. What am I missing? I'm missing a Lava Hound. Train. Lava Hound. So the modifications that I've made, last week when I started this originally, I was testing 5 Lava Hounds and 6 Dragon Riders. And I decided I needed, after tinkering a little bit, I tried Ice Hounds because I thought, hey, I'll get some value out of the freeze and it'll give me a chance for some cleanup troops. I tried Ice Hounds for a couple of days. I wasn't really digging it. And what I settled on was a definite need for sometimes getting deeper into the base, so a super wall breaker or just 4 or 5 regular wall breakers. If you do go with 5 wall breakers, you can like dump the wizard or dump a minion to be able to make extra space for it. I wouldn't go with less than 4 though. And then 3 headhunters. I've been tinkering with 2, but 3 seems to be what I am feeling the most comfortable with at the end of the day. So I basically shaved 1 Dragon Rider and 1 Lava Hound to bring a balloon and a baby dragon for helping with the funneling, the wizard also helping with the funneling, the super wall breaker to get my heroes in where necessary, 5 minions for cleanup, and the 3 headhunters to help with enemy heroes. And just because it's easier to donate to myself with my other bases, I'm putting my 6 lightning spells in my main army comp, and then I'm requesting 3 in my clan castle to go with my blimp and my dragon and my 5 balloons. I saw a couple of ideas people had on using Inferno Dragons and also on Dragon Riders. I was trying Dragon Riders originally, a Dragon Rider and 4 balloons in the clan castle, but I actually found that the dragon oftentimes will wind up helping kill an enemy hero in the core of the base, where the Dragon Riders are just going to keep piling away at defenses. Not a bad thing, but that's where I'm at for now. So what I want to do is just run through. I got 2 triples today and a couple of 99% 1-star by someone named Despair. Oh my goodness, that is pretty sad. I feel bad about that. From the clan Breaking Point, I believe Despair probably reached their breaking point with a super wizard P.E.K.K.A. smash type something or other. I'm gonna have to watch that later. Obviously the town hall is what stood, but so we got 2 triples so far today, and yesterday I had 3 triples. So I'm currently sitting on, like, the attack has been working really well for me. Most of the time I'm getting a solid high damage 2-star. I did have a couple bad attacks yesterday. I was trying to make some attacks in between meetings at work. I wasn't really focusing enough. So anyway, what we're going to do is just run through a couple of the attacks that we've made recently. And actually, I will grab this one right here. This one. Replay. Just to walk you through a couple of the attacks and the modifications we've made to the army, just so that hopefully you guys can work this in as well. So for those of you new to the video, we're using 9 lightning spells to take out 3 of the air defenses, and then we are using our heroes to take out the 4th. In this instance, because I'm going to potentially get the Royal Champion and the Eagle Artillery, I prioritize this with my heroes. So I used a baby dragon and a balloon. The balloon, obviously, to potentially take a Seeking Air Mine for the baby dragon. And then I just wanted to get a little bit of buildings cleared up over there so that my king would go inside, and I got a wizard helping funnel over here. This kind of weird wall breaker layout made it to where my super wall breaker was nothing more than an ornament for this attack, but I did manage to get my queen inside there to take out the Eagle Artillery, and my barbarian king decided to take a lap around the wall and then come back around, and you can see he actually, I didn't even realize he killed the enemy royal champion through that wall before it was down. So at this point, we've got nice pathing toward the town hall. We have a spread of defenses that's really only between these archer towers here, with a stray mortar on the outside that could potentially pull my troops, and 3 ice golems that are going to certainly eat up some time for my heroes, but not really be that big of an issue since my Dragon Riders and my Lava Hounds are just going to ignore him, or the 3 of them. We still have all of our headhunters, and because the town hall is all the way over here, I decided to go with the blimp. One of the things I will tell you as a tip, I've been meeting with a lot of success with the blimp being well ahead of time, ahead of the rest of the army to the town hall. If it can get to the town hall and take it down before the rest of the army gets there, then you save the possibility of those Dragon Riders getting caught up inside the freeze spell. Regular speed. Okay, so Lava Hounds and Dragon Riders are down, and because the air defenses are all down, the Lava Hounds are just hanging out on top of other defenses, just tanking away. And the Royal Champion is in there along with the rest of my troops. And the Battle Blimp comes in along with all 3 Headhunters, since the only thing we need to take out are the King and Queen, mainly the Queen, but the Headhunters in there are protected and invincible as they are shooting at the enemy heroes. The Battle Blimp makes it all the way to the Town Hall with the Rage spell helping to take that down, and I don't really mind that the Poison spell from the Town Hall kills the balloons, because now by the time my troops get there, that poison is going to be exhausted and I will be able to just continue working my way through. Now, I don't actually know what's worse between the single and the multi-target Inferno Towers. They're both kind of bad in their own way. The single targets because they can take the Lava Hounds down pretty quickly. But then, of course, I get my Lava Pups, which are imperative for cleanup. But then, they can go down. Those pups can go down to Scatter Shots, Wizard Towers, if the Hound pops too soon. And then multi-targets, obviously, you can see there, just destroyed quite a few Lava Pups. Now, I do have 5 minions that I bring for cleanup, and you can see them spaced throughout the base, usually on lower hit point targets. And of course the Headhunters, you're in good shape when the Headhunters are milking some elixir collector or some elixir storage for you. And presto, we wind up with our triple there against Marcio at Atavidade Farm. So triple there from yesterday. I ended up with 3 triples yesterday, and I have been averaging probably like 4 a day. Hopefully today will wind up being an 8 triple day. So quick interjection here, after having recorded the previous video, which showed a bunch of great attacks, obviously, and a bunch of really cool triples, picking up on some of these ones here. I don't remember which ones I showed some of these, but following up on some of those, I actually ended up having a day where I had 6 triples in Legend League, and I was going to actually re-record the video, but of course I'm fortunate, I guess, on some level of being able to save myself the time of re-recording something. But I did have some really, really awesome replays that I was going to share from some of these other attacks. This attack has been working really well. I'm going to go ahead and make some more attacks, and I'm going to share a little bit more on this. But I did just want to show you guys, like, I'm currently sitting at minus 141. So I was at, call it, 54, 50-ish yesterday when the day ended. But it was a day of 6 triples and 2 2-star attacks. But we'll see. So far we have 2 under our belt. We'll take this one here against Bao Chuan. These boxy bases are actually pretty great for this. Now here, they got all their heroes on the bottom side, so I figured I'm just going to come after this stuff later. Flying in the face of 2 air sweepers right in front of the town hall sounds like a terrible idea. Being able to zap those out and get archer towers with each of those, probably a good thing. I was hoping that I could reach, some of the time in the beginning, I'm counting spaces. This is like 1, 2, 3, and from here I could go 1, 2, and not get to the builder hut, which actually I prefer hitting a max builder hut over a level 19 archer tower, because even though the archer tower deals more damage, the builder hut healing actually makes it a more dangerous building than the archer tower. So we decided we'd zap these 2 out, and I opted to bring my king in down over here. We'll just speed these along because you get the general gist. I was hoping to be able to push all the way into, I wanted to wall break here. I was hoping to push all the way to the Eagle Artillery, which we fortunately were able to do. And my king, because of just practice and normal experience, I was able to get him to bounce appropriately between these buildings to start moving up this direction. It's a learned skill. If you don't practice, you will not master it. So tinker with hero entrances all the time at higher town halls. So king and queen get in there, that air defense goes down. I already zapped out this one in the corner. No additional value from there because max archer towers still have a sliver of hit points left. They have 20 hit points left, which means a lava pup can often kill those max archer towers after the fact. And of course cannons are too strong to take down anyway, but we did get an archer tower over here, and I misfired here. I think I didn't get this. Yeah, I missed this archer tower because I was going a little bit too quickly. Take your time, and you see the builder obviously doing his thing there, regenerating that Inferno tower. So my archer queen gets into here and manages to take down the Eagle Artillery, poison spell for the clan castle troops. And now I've got, again, a nice tight band of buildings that I really want to be able to funnel my Dragon Riders and my Lava Hounds into. And I know they're just going to flow right through here. I decided on this one to swap, since I had such a tight band, I wasn't worried about my Stone Slammer going astray and wandering off someplace else. My Wi-Fi is not very good right now. I'm actually using my phone's wireless hotspot because I'm sitting in my car. So I went ahead and sent the Stone Slammer figuring it was going to stay with the army. I don't switch to the Stone Slammer too often, but when I get a nice tight funnel, I am going ahead and doing that. That pathing looked really nice for my defenses. I figured it's just going to stay with the Hounds and the Dragon Riders all the way to the Town Hall. I did bring my Royal Champion in over here in an attempt to take down this scatter shot, which she manages to get to, but then ultimately she died before getting to the Inferno Tower, and I had to use her ability to take out the cannon and the Archer Tower to redirect her. So here I was feeling really good about this. Obviously, there are very few defenses left. I went ahead and threw my Headhunters down in there. They managed to take out the Queen and the Royal Champion before getting killed by some other buildings. And then you see the last defenses of the Inferno Tower and the Grand Warden statue going down. I have a wizard for cleanup over here who manages to handle all of those skeletons. And again, you see my 5 minions. I place them on separate buildings. I don't like to clump them up just because sometimes a red bomb will wind up taking out a couple of them if they're together. And when they're spread out, they can be softening up. Like this one's a perfect example. It doesn't necessarily have time to take out that gold storage, but it'll definitely soften it up by the time the rest of the army gets there. And so I got a couple Dragon Riders working their way down here. I got a bunch of Lava Pups working their way up there, a few minions in for cleanup, and we deliver the triple. So this was the first of the 4 in a row that I'm sitting on right now. And then we'll go ahead and go through a couple more. I hope you guys are finding value in this. I'm curious to see how people are doing with this army. I've been meeting with tons of success on these cross bases. I think this is actually really good for Electro Dragons as well with a little bit of funneling, but it's working really well for this Hound Rider attack. So I'm coming in opposite the Town Hall in most of these instances, and I figured heroes can come in and take this compartment here, and then we can zap out those other 3 air defenses. And because, I'm going to just speed this along here, I planned on getting my Archer Queen in to take out this Eagle Artillery, but at this point in the attack, I thought, geez, you know what? I'm actually going to be waiting a little while until she works her way in there, and I'd rather actually throw a Lava Hound up in front of that single target Inferno Tower. So I went ahead and popped in my Hounds and my Dragon Riders, and then I started looking for where I could have some additional funneling opportunities with my Royal Champion, and I really overestimated her ability to work through that top compartment there. She actually only gets that cannon and that mortar down and then dies in front of the Inferno Tower, so it was not very impressive for her. She gets caught up fighting the enemy Royal Champ. So Battle Blimp comes in. I've got a nice tight grouping of all of my main defensive targeting troops. So all 5 Dragon Riders are in there, and 3 of my Lava Hounds were covered in that protective Eternal Tome aura. The Blimp makes it to the Town Hall and rages the Town Hall down. A couple Dragon Riders split off to the top there, taking out the defenses, and I was really hoping for a bit more funneling from my champ, but I was dumb. I should have sent in some Headhunters with her. I sat on 2 of my Headhunters and only sent 1 to help my queen fight the enemy queen. But ultimately, again, you got minions were all separated until they started clumping together. 1 Lava Hound didn't even pop. 2 Dragon Riders, actually a 3rd one up there, still sitting around by the end of that attack. Now, a couple of other base layouts that I've been running into pretty regularly, these like traditional boxy base layouts, this is something that's very common to see in Legend League, and while these boxy compartments are a little bit of a pain sometimes for ground armies, it's not that bad for this army because I can usually take out 1 compartment like this where the Eagle Artillery is, and then have a nice tight funnel for pathing, for my Dragon Riders and Hounds heading in toward one of these other parts. So it's all about just getting your heroes in. The Barbarian King being paired with the Yak is what I've been meeting with the most success using this, because he basically is his own wall breaker at that point. I wind up deploying the Baby Dragon and then get the King in there, Queen to take out a building he might otherwise head for, and he'll usually head in toward he'll head toward the wall where the Yak will wind up taking it. I did super wall break into there because I wanted this compartment to go down, just wanted to make sure my Queen stepped up into here. I was afraid that if she followed the King into here, she might get caught up with some of these buildings and even walk this direction when I needed that air defense to go down. You see, we've already zapped out some other air defenses and gotten a lot of value out of those buildings that were up there. And I was hoping to get to the Eagle Artillery with my Archer Queen, but she didn't wind up making it all the way in there. Archer Queen. Or is this a different one? Did she get that? I thought she died before she got to that. Yeah, she didn't get to the Eagle Artillery. She dies before she gets there. So at this point now, you're figuring out how you're going to bring the rest of your troops in. And I thought I'm a pretty tight funnel over here. I should be able to pull in. But I was a little nervous that with this wizard tower being the only thing over here, I wasn't sure exactly how the funneling would go. I thought, all right, well, come this way. We'll spread a little wider. We'll go ahead and get the Dragon Rider on the outside here to take out the Archer Tower, and then my Royal Champion would be able to go in and get the Eagle Artillery. Now, I will acknowledge I triggered my Battle Blimp. I dropped my Battle Blimp and triggered the Eternal Aura far too soon, and I missed the Town Hall. But because I had already taken out so much of the defense over here, you see there's actually good pathing for my Dragon Riders to head in toward the Town Hall on this side. And the Town Hall obviously starts going after those Lava Hounds, and those Dragon Riders, along with the Royal Champion and the Warden, are able to get the Town Hall down. And there wasn't a lot left. I did save a Headhunter for this Royal Champion, but I thought there's no way it's going to get past that cannon. And I just went ahead and sent it in there anyway, because there was no chance I was going to wind up being able to put him to good use. I guess if I'd sent him in from the top, it would have actually worked. So again, another triple. If you can get rid of a nice corner of these boxy bases, you actually stand a pretty good chance to be able to take out enough to be able to create a good path for your defensive troops to head in toward the Town Hall, or to head in toward the base. And we are now I'm getting 3-starred by the internet connection I have here. I imagine, oh, there we go. I guess I could just keep talking, or I could edit that part of the video out. I don't tend to do a whole lot of hacking out the stuff that I do, but the last base, this one I did just a couple of minutes ago, or I guess it's been a little bit now. This one here, I actually thought it was interesting. I don't normally come at the Town Hall with my heroes, but on looking at this base, I thought, I could potentially get the Eagle Artillery with this air defense, and then have my lightning spells take out this air defense, the one way up here, and this one. I also thought about the possibility of taking out 2 air defenses with the lightning spells, using my King and Queen to get 1 and the Royal Champion to get a 3rd, like this one that I know she would get, which is ultimately what I decided to do. And largely that's because I wasn't really sure what to think of these 4 builder huts in the middle, but I figured I could get this air sweeper along with all 4 of these builder huts, so I figured I would take heroes into this one, zap these 2, and then bring my Royal Champion. Now remember, you only have 30 seconds to plan this stuff in Legend League. If you're doing this in War, you have plenty of time to make arrangements for how you're going to attack these bases. I could have swapped out the 3 lightning in here for like a rage and another freeze, or possibly 3 more freezes, or 2 lightning to take out an air sweeper and another freeze. But I decided I would brave this. I didn't think I was going to get my king inside here, but I was pretty sure I'd be able to get my super wall breaker to target this air defense and pop a hole in this wall, getting my queen to step up in there. Now, the baby dragon was able to get that cannon outside the range of the air defense, went ahead and brought the king, and decided there goes the super wall breaker to target that air defense. And then once that gold mine was down, I knew my archer queen would just hit that archer tower, step up and take that air defense. And then unless I got incredibly unlucky, I was very confident she was going to go get the Town Hall. Now, at this point, I was actually really lucky with the way the pathing worked out, and I recognized right away she was going to come this direction to start helping the king. So I went ahead and just used her royal cloak to take the Town Hall, and you can see both her and the unicorn spend this entire poison duration outside the range of that poison spell. Now at this point, I'm good to go on my lightning spell, so I went in and took out the 2 air defenses on the top side, or on the left rather, and then I was still at this point mulling over using my Royal Champion and then saving the lightning spells to target this area in the core, which I ultimately decided to do. So you see 3 lightning, we took out all 4 of those builder huts in the middle. I just figured this is probably a key piece of the base's defense, and having taken that out, I knew I'd be able to just come sweeping right through here, hit the Eagle Artillery early on, and then just continue sailing through the rest of the space. Or at least that's what I figured, and that's what happened. I figured Town Hall's down, obviously I'm going to switch to my Stone Slammer, and I did have an attack yesterday that I thought I had a Stone Slammer, so I started the attack in one place, realized I only had a blimp, and then had to send my blimp basically off toward where all the stuff had been destroyed already. So Stone Slammer is great if you do wind up taking the Town Hall right away. That Dragon Rider in the middle there, taking out the single target tower, was my MVP in that attack, because I didn't have to worry about it taking out too many of my troops. And again, you got cleanup troops going down, you got minions in there cleaning some stuff up. I got a headhunter in there just to help finish off the Barbarian King, which he kills the headhunter, but then the lava pups obviously wind up taking him down. I am having so much fun with this attack. It is a ton of, like, a lot of planning in the very beginning, but then after that it goes pretty straightforward. You just have a lot of thought to do in the beginning of a Legend League day in order to get yourself in there and make your attack. make sure to, I don't even think I mentioned in the beginning, make sure to, obviously you know how this works, subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment down below, tell me that you enjoy the attacks. Try this out, let me know what you're finding any success with this. I've seen a couple other YouTubers, actually some much bigger channels than I have put out some content on this. They definitely have some thoughts that they'll be able to share at some point. I hope you guys enjoy the video today. Trample Damage saying, have a good one.